Hello, this is Smoking Joe Gamer on Twitch and YouTube, and you can also follow me on Mastodon now. Here we are. This is the latest episode of Holiday Buying Guide 2023. Now, at this point, Christmas is over, but there's a Steam sale going on, Epic Games Store sale. Everything's still on sale, and you probably got some gift cards. So, still a couple more games I want to cover this month. And I want to do Street Fighter 6 today. I would say this is the best fighting game that came out this year, but there wasn't much competition. MK1 was good, and I played the trial of Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising, but I didn't buy it yet. So there really wasn't much competition, but this is just a great fighting game. I would say it's a good Street Fighter game. I think it's better than 4 and 5. Personally, I still like the alpha games a little more. I still like 3 a little more, but this has some cool stuff that I'm going to go over. So consider this my review of Street Fighter 6. Just going to stick to single player content so you can see what the game is all about. I don't like to play online because I'm not very good. I admit it. So here we go. Should be streaming this for the next hour and a half or so. And by the end of it, you'll probably have a good idea of if this is the game for you or not. Okay, cool. And all right. Tells me it's streaming in 4K. Sure. I didn't set it to that, but all right. And of course you can use a controller. This is the Steam version, but honestly you don't need a good computer to run this. So I'm using the Ryzen 7 5800X processor. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM, but it's DDR4 at 3200 megahertz. And I've got the RTX 4070 graphics card. And honestly, before I upgraded the graphics card, this was actually running okay on my old 6600 XT. So really, you don't need a top-of-the-line computer. But console versions run just fine. There's crossplay between PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam, I believe. So I think you can play together on any platform. I'm just going to go over to the options real quick. Just there's a lot of stuff you can do in here. So I like classic controls, and I do like to plug in my 6-button controller sometimes, but you really want to have the. You can do classic, modern, or dynamic. I don't use dynamic at all. I use classic. That's what I'm used to from playing, Street Fighter games for the past, 30 years. This is what I'm used to. There's no shame in using modern though. Modern is meant to be for newer players or people who don't want to have 6 attack buttons. Modern is designed to better work on just a modern 4-button controller, right? So one disclaimer though is that under modern controls you won't be doing as much damage. So it's good to help you learn the game and get into it, decide if you like it or not. But if you really want to get serious, you're gonna have to learn classic controls anyways. And then you can change the mapping. Everything's right where I want it, so that's fine. And then let's see. I think the brightness is a bit high, don't you? Let's go down a little bit more. Cool. I turn the volume down a little bit so you can hear what I'm saying. There's another setting where, yeah, you can have. Oh, this does have spatial sound. Cool. But there's also a thing you can do where there's like an announcer, and I don't care for that. Yeah, and then graphics. So I told it to run at 1440p. I don't know what the stream is going to be in, but whatever. And I've got this on the highest settings too. And then I have the input delay reduction, which is helpful, although that does use more processing power, so just be aware of that. I can confirm that this game runs fine on Steam Deck. So, yeah, it's fine. And so you have I don't really do much with Fighting Pass. I don't care about that. But you have weekly and monthly challenges to help you get extra currency. You need drive tickets to buy like extra colors and stuff. But then you also have fight money, which you have to buy with real money. And then you have kudos, which you unlock by playing as specific characters, and that will unlock new like backgrounds and stuff for your profile. Yeah, so as you play certain characters, you get more kudos, which gets you more titles and stuff like that. So, and then you head over to the shop, and right now they are doing the third outfit for each character, and some of them, I don't know, some of them are cool, some of them aren't, and they want 300 fight dollars per costume. And to put that in perspective, it's $5 to get 250 fight dollars. You can also get 610 for about 12 bucks. So they're charging basically over $5 per costume, which I think is stupid, but it's up to you if that's what you want to spend money on or not. That's entirely up to you. Um, but good news is when you do buy the costume, you automatically get all 10 colors. Now, when I go down here, costume 2, most of these are just their classic costumes. So characters like Juri, Cammy, Ken, you can see these are their original Street Fighter 2 costumes. Obviously, new characters that wouldn't apply to them. But these are 50 each, but you do not have to buy them. What you have to do is in World Tour mode, once you find that character and you use their style, and then you can also give them gifts to level them up. Once they hit level 100, you get it. So you don't actually have to pay for any of these $50 or 50 fight book outfits. So yeah, outfit 2 you do not have to buy. Obviously, if you're only playing online and you're going to skip the main story, then you might just end up buying them outright, and that's up to you. When you buy the DLC characters, you do get all the colors for their initial outfit. So I did end up buying the fighter pass. So we have Aki and Rashid. Um, but you can see they want 1,000 drive tickets just for one additional color. Although I've been able to buy a bunch of them for the characters I like. You see, I like Marisa. You can tell which characters I like because I end up buying more colors for those characters. So anywho, and you get also other stuff you can use. Sure, why not? Um, yeah. So here's the thing: 250 fighter coins is $5. 610 is $12. But of course, they do what everybody does, and the amounts don't match, right? The amount that you can buy does not match the amount that you need to actually redeem for stuff. So you're always going to end up with extra coins and always going to end up spending extra money, and fuck you, Capcom. But there are people who want that shit and they're going to get it. So it's fine. There is no supply without demand, right? Anywho, and then your gallery mode, you unlock extra artwork and stuff and music. And you can get classic Capcom arcade games, which are usually just part of the fighter pass anyways. So yeah, you get all these extra pieces of artwork in cutscenes. I beat it with Juri. Alright. Yeah. So when you clear the arcade mode with a character, you get a cutscene. And then through World Tour mode, as you level up characters by using their fighting styles, you get other artwork. So there's plenty of unlockable content here, which is nice. Who's this guy? Hang on. See, when I fought this dude, I thought it was the end of World Tour mode. Yeah, I made my character look like Harley Quinn, sort of. This is kind of a spoiler, but actually, I think they were using the Suicide Squad live action film for that template there. So, yeah, you fight this dude. So there's a lot of weird stuff in World Tour mode, but I'm pretty sure this dude uses Akuma's style. So we already know that Ed and Akuma are the next two characters for this year. Yeah, so, all right. I just thought that was a good starting point just to show you some of the stuff you can buy and unlock for the game. But this game launched with quite a bit of content. I was actually impressed with it because Street Fighter V was so bare bones. It was not a $60 product. This is like, no, you have a full length story mode that's going to take you 20 to 30 hours to beat. That's a big deal, right? And it's an RPG. You get to make your own character and level up and explore the world. Battle Hub I haven't done too much with, but this is kind of where you go to interact with other people online, whatever. And then Fighting Ground is where you're going to spend most of your time. So you've got your arcade story mode, and I've done some of the combo trials. Some of them are fucking hard, but that's where you go. You know, obviously there's plenty of tutorials to tell you how to do everything, so it's very beginner friendly, but it's still going to be challenging for people to master. It's easy to learn, difficult to master, right? And that's good. And then character guides will tell you about frame advantage and all that other technical math stuff. Versus you can just practice against computer opponents, and then Extreme Battle has some interesting stuff going on, actually, where yeah you can do alternate modes and stuff. And then usually custom room is where you go to just play with friends, and you can create a room and they can join in. So that's where we're at now. So I'm going to start with this and just kind of show you how this works. Works exactly the way you expect it to. So let's see. I'm going to pick someone I haven't beaten it with yet. Let's start with our boy Ryu. Yeah. I'm just going to do 5 stages on normal, right? And I did stream this back when it came out, so you could probably still find that on YouTube if you search for it. And the game is on sale right now on Steam if you wanted to grab it. It's not on the Epic Games Store.
Dhalsim. I've been saved time, and I've also met my share of it, and sometimes my journey knows no end. Search for.
All right. Oh, Manon. Yeah, look, and then you can make faces.
Let us begin.
So this game looks amazing, in my opinion. There's just a very awesome art style going on here. It may not have cutting-edge graphics, but it also proves that you don't need them. Yeah, I mean, these lower-level opponents are just going to sit there and take it. So... yeah, I'm just going to move my face a little bit so you can see. Dope. Okay, so he can't do Hurricane Kick into Dragon Punch as far as I can tell. Ow. There you go. So the fights run at 60 frames per second, although you can get up to 120 on menus and other instances. So the game doesn't have ray tracing, path tracing, any of that stuff, but it also proves that you really don't need it. The graphics and art style are very cool, some nice visual effects. And like I said, it can run on a potato, so... Ow. Now, of course, Ryu is one of the slower characters, so I'm not good at doing his combos. Nice. I also did post a review on Steam. See if you look that up on Steam under Smoke and Joe Gamer, of course. Yeah. Ow. I didn't know he could do that. Oh! Always with the throwing in this game, yeah. Wrong button, but okay. So, this is normal difficulty. A computer level 4 is a total pushover. They'll occasionally hit you with a longer combo, but for the most part they won't block too much. Oh yeah, they brought back the you destroy a car in Street Fighter 2, and that's come back a few times. Now you gotta destroy a giant fucking truck, so this is cool, yeah. There we go, yeah. Nice. I did it. Okay. I hate E Honda. I fucking hate him. Ah, yeah, so he's level 5, so you can see how he's hitting me more. He's blocking stuff more, or he's going to block stuff more, probably. Oh, that's a command grab. No way out of that one. Yeah, I don't like E Honda. I don't do well against him. I never have though. What? Oh, okay, I lost. So at level 4, level 1 through 4, you don't even have to try. You can button match. Once you hit 5, 6, 7, 8, I also haven't played in a while, and I was playing Mortal Kombat, and playing different fighting games always kind of screws me up. Oh, I didn't know he could do that. Yes. Alright. So right now I'm just playing just so you can see how the game works, and you're going to see me doing different things. Or you might be thinking, oh, you're not even doing it right. Well, that's fine. Whatever. Ah, yeah, he does his level 3 right at the start. Joke's on you, buddy. I have one of those too. Ryu's also not one of my main people, but look how bruised he is at the end of the fight, though. That's pretty neat. There's a lot of just kind of subtle and not so subtle things and details. So Luke was the last DLC character of Street Fighter V.
Sorry to spring this on you out of nowhere.
and he works
What
for
do you say we throw down?
Guile, like, or he worked with Guile. He's a veteran, so
For what purpose? Excuse purpose. Purpose, huh? There's someone out there stronger than is that?
it'll do. Arr.
Let us begin.
Okay. But the thing is, if you lose, then it will lower the difficulty to make it easier for you. So he's a level 6, so I'm also playing a character I don't use that much, although Ryu hasn't changed much in the past 30 years, you know? Ow. Alright. Of course, then if I try and talk and play at the same time, then I play like shit, so let's just try to get through this, and then I can give you a better idea of what's actually going on in these fights. Oh! Oh no! Alright, I just blew my meter. Hopefully he'll jump right into it. No! How did he do that? I don't know. Alright. There we go. There you go. So I just cleared that.
Tough. You just up and disappeared I wanted to get a picture, actually.
So of course there are higher difficulties, and you can do 8 fights instead of just 5 or whatever it was. So there you go.
Congratulations.
And then you unlock artwork every time you clear story mode with anybody. You just get random artwork from the series history, which is nice. So there's some cool stuff going on here. Okay. I'm just gonna go do a regular. Yeah, so you can turn commentary on and off. I'll turn it on, but I think it's stupid, just so you know.
Time to select a stage.
So here's all the stages. I just hit random.
Select screen. Let's see who our fighters choose.
Yeah, he's annoying, so I'll turn him off after this. But as you can see, though, you've got a good selection or a good balance between new and returning characters, right? So you've got, like I said, Luke was DLC in Street Fighter V, but Jamie, Manon, you have to when you say it. She's from France. She's like a French ballerina. He's a soldier who worked with Guile. He's drunk in boxing, and he's got a drink to get power. Kimberly, she's similar to Guy. So she can, like, run forward. She does all this cool ninja stuff, but she's also got graffiti, and she listens to her headphones, and she's kind of neat. And then you have Marisa. So she's just a very straightforward character. She just punches as hard as she can. She's like Zangief without throwing moves. Think of it like that. And then Lily is T-Hawk's granddaughter, I think. So she has some of his moves. She's actually fun to play as. JP is another new guy. He was the accountant for Shadaloo. So he's like kind of the main villain in this one. And you can see he uses psycho energy. Now, Jewelry, of course, we know and love from 4 and 5. We love Jewelry, don't we? She's great. DJ is back, and he's good in this one. Cammy is back, and they somehow made her look hotter with more clothes. How did they do it? Nobody knows. And then, yeah, you saw Ryu. Of course, Ryu has to be in the game. He's still the main character, I think. Maybe. I don't know. But I don't like E Honda. I hate Blanka. And I hate Dhalsim. Can't fucking stand him. Guile is here. Ken looks like a hobo because he's on the run. He was accused of being a terrorist. We've got Chun-Li. You can't have Street Fighter without Chun-Li. And I normally hate Zangief, but he's good in this one, and he's actually fun. And if you play with modern controls, it is easier to do his moves, but again, you're doing reduced damage. And then here's your first two DLCs, Rashid from 5, and Aki is brand new. She is a disciple of Fang, so she has poison moves. So she's really cool. So a very good starting roster for this game. Now Ken is my main, and he's like really high tier now. But as I was saying before, though, you can unlock Costume 2 without spending money. So once I found him in World Tour mode and got it, made him agree to teach me, then I can use his style, and then I kept leveling him up. So now I have this costume. And this color, this is Violent Ken, isn't it? I like that color. So I'm just going to pick him. And then, let's see, who have you not seen yet? I'm going to fight Marisa. And I got a bunch of colors for her. So I can set her to level 5 for now.
And they're ready for business.
But there's just so much style in this game. And there's substance too. Wow. Who would have thought? And then...
Our fighters are
Nom 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 nom
and
nom.
are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? Come on.
Oh good, okay. So... Alright. Of course he plays just like Ryu. Alright, so that right there, that is a drive impact. Let me go to the command list here just so you can kind of see. So, yeah. In this game, every character has what's called a drive impact. So you press hard punch and hard kick, and you do that. And then if they immediately use theirs afterwards, then the second one obviously counters the first one. Now, if they block it, then they'll kind of get knocked back, and you have 3 hits of armor while doing it as well. If they are backed into the corner and they block, it will still knock them into the wall and stun them long enough to do stuff. So that's kind of neat. And then your drive parry, you press the 2 medium buttons. So Street Fighter 3 had parrying, but it was kind of hard to do. Street Fighter 5, some characters had a parry as their V skill. This, everybody has a parry, and you just press the 2 buttons. Now, you can do this rush attack, and that's a good combo starter if you know how to use it right, or you can use it in the middle of a combo, and then you can cancel it and other stuff. So every character has these moves, basically. Everybody can throw, of course, light punch, light kick. And then you got to go here to find out what some of the other moves are. Like Ken can do the dash, which then leads to a flaming dragon punch or flaming hurricane kick. And then every character has 3 super arts now, which is great. So a level 1, level 2, level 3, which is better than, like in 5, every character had a V skill, a V trigger, and 1 super art. And they everything used the same meter too, like your EX moves and stuff. But in this, if you look at the top there, right under the health bar, you've got the other meter there. That's your drive meter. So I'm trying to point to it, but yeah, so your V trigger, or I'm sorry, your drive impact will use some of that. Your EX moves will also use some of that. But if you successfully parry, you'll get some of it back. So be mindful of that. If it runs out, then you can't use the meter, and then you can be more easily staggered or confused or dazed, whatever they're calling it. And then in the lower left corner, that is your meter that's just for your what do they call it? Your super arts. They change the names in each one, and I play a lot of different fighting games, so I sometimes forget the names of things. Okay. But Ken is like top tier in this one. He's fucking awesome. Like,
Move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. That's how you capitalize on an opponent's mistake. Get the punish counter by waiting for the opponent to whiff an attack and then strike without hesitation. Neither of them willing to back off. Alright, what's coming up? Puts the super armor to good use. Pushing through with the black, sees them coming and shrugs it off with the super armor. Both fighters are just goes for it and
nice. Yeah, Ken is like top tier this time. It's
Big
great.
first round pickup. Can they close it out?
So, because for the longest time, Ken was like faster and weaker Ryu, and then Sagat was like slower and stronger Ryu. But now Ken is like just really good, and Ryu just feels like slow Ken at this point. They're kind of equal power levels now.
Waiting for a good opening. Throw connects and does big damage. Going in, brushes that off and keeps going. You've gotta be mine. They're going for the super art. Player one is in a. They can't squander this punish counter chance.
I did.
Knockdown and can they get a super art? This dragon last put in
Yeah.
there.
All right. So
That was a
if you've played any fighting game, then this is all, this is familiar to you. This is the format here.
back to the character select screen. Seems to be
Yeah.
more
So Zangief is actually like fun to play in this one. Yeah. So then let me see if there's another. You saw JP already. You know what? Rashid is actually good in this one too. Let's Yeah, and you get all the colors when you buy the new characters.
These two fighters are looking more than ready to lock horns. HP max.
Nom nom nom
Southwest
nom nom
done,
nom.
and the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on.
Yeah.
All right, first round. What's going to happen?
Oh.
Air throw. Had their eye on the sky.
Yeah, he does. I do think he's kind of OP in this one, and he has armor while doing that.
Open up chance
Um,
to do big damage by baiting
He has
something out,
armor
get that
during
opening, and then
this attack,
timely side
but a level 6 opponent is going to be smart enough to avoid it.
Checks them with the projectile. Player two is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Let's see how they
Oh,
apply their corner
but
pressure.
you see, Rashid I struggle against a little bit because he's so fast and he jumps around a lot.
Drive impact
So
wins. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Zangief is. I've always thought he was kind of OP, but I understand that they try to balance it by giving him lower mobility and stuff.
Projectile. Now what's the follow-up? Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Finishing blow off the Cyclone Lariat. How's this round going
Yeah.
to develop? Player one didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up. Knockdown and their life is hanging by a
Yeah,
thread.
see?
They gotta lean heavily on their drive moves now. The fighters been target locked and scoop.
There we go.
Too much.
Yeah.
Player one brings it.
So Zangief is very popular.
Build themselves a streak.
He's one of the higher tier characters now, I want to say. Although I don't really play ranked, so I don't know. And those tier lists can change with patching, I'm sure. So there you have it. That's this is basically the structure of the game here. So what you'll notice is that the returning characters all play very similarly to how they did in 5. Actually, Guile is worth playing as right now just to kind of demonstrate that a little bit. Now, I'm going to play her after this. Yeah, let's see. We got DJ.
Our fighters have selected their characters, and they're
I meant to turn off that stupid commentator. Ugh. You got to back all the way out to turn him off. I hate it.
our fighters are ready to get down to it. So let's start the match and see what these warriors are
This
in
game's fun.
for.
Alright.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round.
Oh, I hate DJ sometimes. Yeah, I don't like when he does that. But just to give you an idea of how he plays in this one, of course he's got Sonic Boom and Flash Kick. Why wouldn't he? But you may recognize this as one of his V skills from 5. Yeah. So he doesn't have that jumping downward attack like he did in that one. But what's cool is that a lot of the V skills and V triggers from 5 have just been turned into regular moves or super arts in this one. So he's still got the Sonic Hurricane as you'd expect, and the Solid Puncher. This was one of his V triggers in 5. And now he's got this too. Yeah, he's got some cool stuff he can do. Yeah, and then as I was explaining, everybody has these same things going on here.
You can't hesitate when a chance like that presents itself. Is this a sign of what's to come? Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Good job here in giving them.
And I also found out that on a hard knockdown or a punish counter, you can't do a wake-up move sometimes.
Game plan here at this critical stage. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes.
Yeah, so I bumped up to level 7, and this is what fucking happens. So
That'll give them a psychological advantage.
there's like no gap at all between going from 1 to 4. At level 5, they start to do stuff. Level 6 is where it gets tricky, but 7 is just like, nope, fuck you. Now the game's gonna get hard.
Connects with medium kick. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Amazing concentration on display as they punish when their opponent's attack left them wide open.
I know, and then he's explaining the gameplay mechanics, and it's just like,
What'll happen here?
yeah.
Throws them forward and maintains the. They're going for the super art. Springs forward with the drive rush. Both fighters planning something. The punish
Yeah,
counter
see,
gives
when
them
you
a
play
chance
Guile the way you're supposed to play him, then he works, but
to get out with a super art finish.
yeah, this just gives you an idea of how difficult the game can get. There you go. So, and if you want to play online, you better be able to beat the highest level computer without getting hit, or you'll never make it out of fucking Bronze League. That's Street Fighter in a nutshell.
Buy some time to
Don't step foot online unless you can beat the computer on the highest difficulty. So, I'm just going to play her, and then I'm going to go into some of the other modes. Yeah. She's weird, but I kind of like it. I don't know. Yeah. So DJ's actually pretty good in this one. Blanka is still an annoying asshole. Dhalsim is still an annoying asshole. Yeah, I don't want to play as her, so I'll play against her.
Our fighters have chosen
So you can see how she works.
battle is just seconds away.
And there is a collector's edition that comes with some, like, 2 figures, if you're a figure collector.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Yeah.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Throws them down.
And of course, I really haven't been playing this that much lately. I got into Mortal Kombat recently.
Here with no way to backdash out of danger. Punishes that ill-timed attack with a drive attack. With this super art connect, the super art finds its mark.
Yeah. So,
Box them with a top
yeah, and then you just get backed in the corner, and they know the split. They know the millisecond that you're vulnerable.
around like a
So,
thief in the night. What else
yeah.
can they get away with? Orchid springs to create some space. Grabs them. Nightshade pulse comes out to play. Gets out of there with the backdash. Changing up the beat with the hidden variable. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Loads up a shuriken bomb. Knockdown and... Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Shows the medium kick. A super art. Deadly implication finds the mark. Now the KO.
Yeah. So, she's fun.
Round people. Both
Yeah, she slithers around, and
from this point.
they continue to take poison damage as long as she doesn't get hit.
Checking their reactions with a fireball. Fires off a night. Just goes for it at this range. Nightshade pulse comes out to play. Player 1 took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. Vagabond Edge connects. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Oh yo, raw super hit. The knock-up into the double barrage. It's deadly implication. Arc step. What now? It's knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Throws them.
Yeah.
Okay, here's raw super art incoming. Deadly implication hit, and now their health is slipping away. Wolf goes out of sight. Drives it back, misses. I can't believe it.
Yeah. It's parry, 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 parry. The second you stop parrying, you just get hit again, so... Yeah.
No
All right.
We are going back to the character
We are going back to the screen where I can turn you off. Jesus. All right. So. All right. Yeah. Okay. Here's another new character that I think I just did level 4. All right. Whatever. So there you go. I mean, so easy to learn, difficult to master, like I was saying, and yeah, she's obnoxious. I love it. Ah. I love jewelry. I mean, who doesn't? Ow. Alright. Yeah, so level 4 doesn't pose much of a challenge, but you still got to know how to use your character, and you can still get some bad matchups. I think the roster's pretty balanced, but some characters are definitely better than others. Like Ken and Zangief are definitely higher tier than Jewelry, I would say. Yeah. The dude has to keep drinking to get, improve his skills. And then you kick him in the face when he's taking a drink. And then, yeah, she sits on him. It's great. Alright. So there you go. So now you've seen some of these characters in action. Now you know the basics of the game, the new mechanics and stuff. So, yeah, in Battle Hub I don't really do much with, but World Tour mode. So there's my character that I'm using, and you can redo your character whenever you want. You can also type in codes to download other people's characters that they've uploaded. So yeah, this is basically an RPG, and it's open world and stuff. Although I've noticed you do get noticeably lower frame rate in this mode than in the other modes, so there might be a little stuttering here and there. So what's cool is that in this mode, you have you equip any gear that you want. Hang on. And sometimes it just unequip stuff. So yeah, as you find these characters, you can use their basic fighting style, but then you also, as you use their style and level them up, then you learn more of their moves, and you can just make a really cool custom character here. See? It's pretty cool. And then you can equip super arts, and then you go through here and you pick different skills, and it's pretty cool. So you can see I got Ken maxed out. You get the bond up to level 100, and you'll unlock their second costume. All right, yeah, so here's the thing, though. The style rank goes up as you use them. The bond is what you get for giving them gifts and stuff. Okay, so you got to get the bond to level 100. So in the case of Ken, I had to keep giving him cookbooks. Like, each character has a preferred item that you can just keep buying and keep giving to them. So there we go. Right now I'm using Chun-Li's style, but you get items like to heal yourself. You get, as you saw, you get like armor pieces. But your appearance can be different from your actual stats and everything. And you can level up items as well to make them stronger. So, and then you get main quests and side quests and stuff like that, which is fine. You get people who text you for various reasons. All right, and now you've got different the world map can take you to all different places, and it'll tell you where different masters hang out. And then you've got your local map, so you can teleport around. So that's fine. So yeah, all right. So you see different level enemies. Lower level enemies don't want to mess with me because I'm level 45. But you fight Roombas, you fight refrigerators, you fight drones, and you fight people with paper bags over their heads. It's very Japanese. It's very wacky, in a good way. So, and I made her look like Harley Quinn, but you can change that anytime you want. Yeah, and then there's day and night. So typically at night there's more um, more enemies hanging around, and they tend to be higher level as well. But this is just what you do. You just explore the city. There's side quests. There's main story quests. You've got some nice reflections on the ground there with no ray tracing. It's just regular reflections, and they just did a good job with it. You know? You buy food to get health back, but you can also just rest to get health back. It's fine. Um, so, reach rank 11 or greater in Chun-Li's style. Oh, okay. Yeah, and then there's main story quests that don't always resolve right away. And I got a bunch of uh, side quests that I haven't been doing, but that's where I am. I'm chapter 14, but sometimes they present stuff out of order as well. So I can't make any more progress in these two chapters yet. So that's the one I'm going to track, and then I have to do it at night. But then you get special moves that you can use. So, like, you can use spinning bird kick to cross gaps. You can use this to get to higher platforms, you know. And if you hit an enemy, then it gives you advantage at the start of the fight. And you pick up money everywhere you go. It's great. So let's just head on over to Old Nashal. So, yeah, this is a really fun game. Yeah, so now they're higher level, so obviously I'll get more gold and XP for beating them. And then there's people that you can challenge to a fight, although they won't attack you on sight. It's like I have a Hadoken and a Hurricane Kick, but I have Chun-Li's main style, see? It's fun. You mix and match. A lot of fun stuff you can do. So yeah, you have these people who won't attack you on sight, but you can challenge them if you want to. And then they might give you rare items and stuff. And that's Marisa's attack there. And then that's Kimberly's ranged projectile. And then sometimes you can summon your current master to help you, and they may or may not actually be helpful. So, a lot of cool stuff going on in this game, let me tell you. It's a lot of fun. But I think enough people complained that about Street Fighter V's just complete lack of content, and they were just like, okay, you want content? Here's your content. We'll give you a story mode that you'll never beat. That I think that's what they were going for, and I'm fine with that. Oh, so the only thing is I gotta go up there at night. So now I gotta go all the way back to the place where you can rest. So it's fine. Oh, there's a box there. Huh. Oh my god! Holy crap! Refrigerators. Yeah, refrigerators are tough because you can only hurt them when the door's open. Yeah. Yeah. See? It's fine. Yeah. So, yeah, sometimes you have to fight refrigerators, you know, because that's perfectly normal, right? So, here we go. Oh! Yeah. So most fights aren't that difficult, at least when you're a higher level than them. But I've been in fights where they were much higher level than me, and I was just barely making a dent in their health. And that's where like healing items come into play and stuff. So I don't want to fight any more of these weak ass paper bag boys or box head boys, whatever you want to call them. Where am I going? Oh yeah, I had to go here for some quest. Hang on. Let's fight. Of course, that uses some of your meter, so do be aware of that.
Don't choke this away. You pick things up quick. Nice.
Based on his look, I expected him to have Ken's fighting style, but guess not. So yeah, that's what you do. You just walk around and you fight people. Now, where do I need to go? I need to rest. Am I in the wrong place? Oh, you know what? I think it's telling me to go there to turn it to night. Alright, let's just check that out. Of course, I don't really like Chun-Li's fighting style that much. Oh, and there's also a place where you can completely redo your character. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, it's here. So this is where you can go to change your character if you want. You can make a man, a woman, transgender, whatever you want to do. Make whoever you want. Yeah, and then you can download other people's recipes. Um, so yeah, so you can do some fun stuff here. So it's funny how the hair color and other features persist. So there you go. Sure, why not? What I gotta do is I gotta, yeah, so you can just do whatever you want, pretty much. Where is hair color? Yeah, sure. Oh. Oh, see, I don't care about that. So yeah, you can do whatever you want, pretty much. You can make some very, just... You can make some horrifying looking characters if you want. I'm just wondering why his hair is still pink. Oh, hair color settings. Yeah. You can do whatever you want. It's fine. Sure. Why not?
I'm coming out
I'm coming for you.
I'm coming out.
I won't pull my...
Let's fight.
Let's get to it.
Let's have some fun. Think you can take me? Ha!
Sure. So there you go. You can totally just do whatever you want. For $1,000, you can do whatever you want. Yeah. What the fuck is that? Looks like a Gimp mask. Or a Bane mask. The doctor is in. Yeah, I don't really have any male... Like, I've been playing a female character, so I don't really have anything for boys to put on. Not that it matters, though. Wear whatever clothes you want. Who cares? Yeah, let's just make... Oh, yeah, look, and then... Nice. There we go. So you see how this is just his appearance, but he still gets all the stat bonuses because, you know, these actually render the stats and whatnot. So... Sure. 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 Okay. Cool. Yeah, so there. Do whatever you want. It's great. It's fun. Make whoever you want to make. Okay, so yeah, you go to the hangout when you want to pass time. I don't know how to get in there. Yeah, I don't know how to get back there. Oh well. Yeah, and this guy's level 60. Let's see if I can beat him. I don't know if I beat him before. So sometimes you have more traditional fights, but see how, like, I'm barely hurting him right now? And then, yeah, see? So, it is an RPG. If you go against a higher level opponent, you will get your ass handed to you. See, and this is where items come into play. I don't want to waste any items in this fight, but you can boost your outgoing damage or reduce your incoming damage or whatever you want to do. So, Yeah, he's level 60. So the reason I haven't made any more progress in World Tour mode in a while is because there's a bunch of level 50 enemies that I have to fight. So...
Fight back and build your legend. Superior opponent, you can overcome this. So long.
Yeah, so... yeah, that was never going to be winnable, at least not at this point. Give up. But you can also continue during a fight and you'll get your health back and you can try again. So, let's rest until night, shall we? Alright. So at night, it's dark out. And there are stronger enemies. For the night is dark and full of dudes with cardboard boxes over their heads. Oh, but then every once in a while you'll just see an arcade game for an old Capcom game, and it's great. You can play Zone Zone. Yeah. Nope. I will get away. Catch me if you can, fucker. Ah. So I have been up here before, but there are some really strong enemies. So I guess I should have said spoiler alert. Maybe. So this is late story mode, but this gives you an idea of what you can work towards in this game and how much content is available to you. So, if I use this, bam, look, I get health back. How about that? Which soup bars did I pick? Oh yeah, I'm totally pressing the wrong buttons here. Okay. Ah, here we go. I missed, but I got it to work. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. So this is the late game area with some tough enemies. Yeah. So at this point, if I hit Rise Up, I'll use some of that, whatever it is, but I get full health back and they get nothing, so. But that other fight against that level 60, if I picked Rise Up, it would have still been the second round. So, you know, it resets the round in that instance, in those types of fights. So, it's fine. Ow. Yeah, but see how it's draining my meter while I'm standing here, so you do want to try to parry at the appropriate time. And you can easily counter a parry just by throwing them, so something else to be aware of. Alright. Oh, I'm doing it wrong, that's why. Oh, okay. I've got Ken's super arts right now. Alright, that explains it. There we go. Alright. Cool. Level up. Hey, that's good. Alright. So when I was playing with my 6-button controller, you know, there's button combinations you can press that'll let you turn the camera, but I couldn't figure out how to actually do moves, right? Like, I got to this part and it was like, okay, I had to switch controllers to be able to do my spinning bird kick to get across. See? So, alright, so I gotta win this fight.
There you are. We need to talk. Yeah?
Blah 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 blah. So they're basically planning a bombing at a tournament. They're hoping to take out JP, and now I'm trying to stop them because it's dishonorable and evil and yeah. See, look at this. Like, this is why I have not won this fight yet. And I don't even know what fighting style he's using. So what I should probably do... Yeah, incoming damage cut is probably a good idea, right? Yeah, that's like... gives them a whole bunch of armor, I guess. And then sometimes you just get random frame rate drops. I mean, World Tour mode is just kind of weird. That's the only place where you're going to see frame rate issues sometimes. Yeah, so I don't know what fighting style he's using. A few other characters have used that in this mode. Get him, Chun-Li! Wow. Great job. Yeah, it's not fair. No, he's 4 levels higher than me, and he might as well be, like, 10 levels higher than me. And the problem is if I use one of my continues, then it'll just go to round 2. It won't go back to round 1. So I'll still have to win 2 rounds to beat him, you know? Which I guess makes sense, now that I'm thinking about it. So... And he would have probably armored through it anyways. Yeah, but this... what happens a lot in this game... Like, this is definitely one of the things I don't like. I don't like how sometimes you just can't do wake-up attacks and they will just keep hitting you until you're dead. And I just watched a tutorial that explains that, well, it's from a hard knockdown or a punish counter. You can't do anything on wake-up. And that's just really annoying. And of course, if you play online, I'm sure most people will just try to throw you the second you get up. But this fight is fucking absurd, so I can't make any more progress in this mode because this guy is fucking broken. So, there you go. But here's the thing: I hit give up, it sends me all the way back here. Like, fuck you, Capcom. This mode is. I can't believe I'm saying this, but this mode is too fucking long. I'm glad you finally did a full-length story mode, but now you have the opposite problem. You went too far. It's too hard. It's too long. So, there you go. I could have just kept continuing, but I would have never been able to get him. So what I'd like to do, I'm going to switch back to Ken style, because that's what I'm good at. Yeah. Yeah, okay. And there's just no way to get up. You can teleport to here, but yeah, this is tough. Just so you know. So there are points in this mode where you're just Capcom just wants you to do some level grinding, and that's it. But they also want you to use items, you know, because everything has to be like Monster Hunter now. You have to use fucking items, and, you know. I think at the start of this mode, when they should just ask you, do you want to have to use items, or do you want to not use items, you know? Do you want to have to keep changing your fighting style for every fight? Do you want to do hours and hours of level grinding? Yeah. So this is like the Dark Souls of fighting games now. It's, you know, you can do as much level grinding as you want, or as much as you have the patience for. So no matter how hard it gets, yeah, you can just keep level grinding until you're overpowered, you know, but you shouldn't have to do that. It's like, and sometimes this shit happens, you just get juggled to death. So, just be wary of enemies that are higher level than you. And some enemies just know the exact second that you're vulnerable to be attacked, and they know when you have no chance of being able to do a wake-up attack either. There. So, this game can be hard. Nope. I've reached the point where I just want to beat it, and I just don't really care about the story anymore. No! I pressed the goddamn button. Thank you. Oh. But I can't talk to that merchant until I do this. Oh, come on! Why do I have to watch this over and over and over and over again? So, blah, 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 blah. Don't care. They're trying to assassinate JP at the tournament. Okay. So, I'm gonna need like a major incoming damage cut to even have a chance against this guy. Yeah, and it'll randomly just pick one of the masters that can assist you sometimes, and other times it just won't come up at all. So. But see, like, look, he has, like, so much fucking health. Or defense, or both. See, so he hit me 3 times, and that's how much fucking damage he does. Because the damage cut just wore off, too. Alright. Yeah. I guess you just wait for him to do that, and then try to capitalize on it. Alright. So, yeah. Just gotta use those stupid items, that's all. So, just gonna have to do that one, because otherwise he just freaking wrecks me. Yeah. I think he just gets infinite armor while he's doing that, to be honest. I don't know why he did his drive impact. I didn't press those buttons. I have no idea why he did that. It's like, this is just taking too fucking long. Oh, you know what it is? Because it mapped stuff to two alright. They double mapped some inputs is what happened. Yeah, okay. I got him. Nice. I could finally make more progress in the story mode. So the first time I fought him, I was either 43 or 44, and he just kicked my ass, like, repeatedly. So, beware of story spoilers. Okay, so... I don't believe in bombs, man. That's dishonorable. You don't want to hurt innocent people, either. Alright. Nice. So even if you're using someone else's style, you'll still get points based on the moves they use, right? If you use one character's special moves, you'll still get points towards their style. Alright, cool. Let's go down this way. Let's see what we got here. Oop. Money! Cool. Alright. The doctor is in. Hard hat, hockey mask, lab coat, sweatpants. This dude is ready for anything. Oh. Who dat? It's JP! And he's got psycho energy.
Isn't it? No intrinsic material value, nor artistic value, for that matter. The true value of a champion's belt is found instead in the person recognized to be worthy of wearing it. Surely you must agree. My apologies. My name is Johann Petrovich. I happen to work here. In fact, I'll have the honor of presenting this belt to the winner of the tournament.
Yo, teach me, master. I want to learn your style. And your moves.
Oh. If that is all,
Even though he's evil, at least he's polite. I don't know. And maybe he's not such a bad guy. You know what? We don't really know much about him, do we? But you're supposed to teach me. Oh, fuck you, Capcom. So some characters, you just run into them and you talk to them once and they're like, oh yeah, I'll teach you. You can use my style. But other characters, it's like, no, you can't even fucking find them. Even if you find them, you can't. There's no dialogue options. And if you want to get all those extra costumes, you've got to get all of their bond levels to 100, which can be expensive and time consuming. Blah, 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 blah. Now what? Really? Now I have to, like, go up the mountain again during the day. Okay. Climb the mountain again during the day. Great. Yeah, I was already over there, but there's no fast travel point there. Alright. So that's enough of this mode for now. Don't want to spoil everything for you. Did I unlock any rewards from doing all that stuff? No, of course not. And it auto-saves, of course, which is nice. And you can save multiple visual templates and then just switch between them in the World Tour mode. So real quick, I'll jump on the Battle Hub just so you can see it. So, of course you get crappy frame rate because there's all these people appearing in and out. Hey, how do I get those wings? I want those wings. I wish this was like Splatoon, where you see a clothing item you like and you can go to the guy and be like, yo, order that for me. So you can do battle hub matches against other humans, which I don't really want to do. And you can also find old arcade games to play. Although I don't know if there's any active right now. Oh, Game Center, yeah. This is where I like to go. If I'm in Battle Hub, the only reason I'm in here is to play some of this stuff. I don't want to play against other people. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Oh, let's give this a shot, and then I'm done for tonight. I didn't want to pick Ryu. What the fuck? Hang on. I don't know. And can't turn off the CRT filter. Yeah, see, this game's completely unfair. Yeah. I'm telling you, I played Super Street Fighter 2 on the Genesis and it was fine. But the arcade version of Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo is fucking broken. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Super combo finish. So Super Street Fighter 2 introduced the combo system, and Turbo introduced the super combos. Yeah. I don't know how Fei Long is able to just counter everything. I fucking hate him. So, I hate Fei Long. I know he's just Bruce Lee, but Fei Long is just an asshole. So unfortunately, I can't change the aspect ratio. I can't turn off the scan lines. Can't really do anything interesting here. Yeah. Be nice if they would let you change the settings, but I do have other versions of this game that I can play. I do have the Anniversary Collection. See, when you're playing against the computer, though, anything can counter anything else. You know? Nice. Yeah. Yeah. The computer reads your inputs and counters everything. Yeah. So. Yeah. They want your quarters. Yeah. And they can throw you from, like, pretty far away. I don't know. So, yeah, I hate Street Fighter 2 at this point. Like, when I was a kid and it was new, I played it a lot and it was fine, but I gotta say, like, playing these games on the Genesis was so much easier than the fucking arcade. Yeah. Street Fighter 2 is a very broken game. Alright. And there you go. That's Battle Hub. That's if you want to play against other people, and I don't, so fuck that. Okay, so there you go. I showed you the whole game. Obviously, if you're a diehard Street Fighter fan, then you already have the game. If you're looking to get into Street Fighter, you haven't played any of them, this is your best starting point. This is very beginner friendly, and there's plenty of single player content to keep you going. At this point, I don't recommend getting Street Fighter V at this point because it doesn't have much single player content, and you're going to get your ass kicked online, and there's probably not as much of a community there anyways. I personally thought Street Fighter 4 was terrible, but this is just a great fighting game if you're into fighting games. It's a great Street Fighter game if you're into Street Fighter, right? So just good idea to you just got to know what you're getting into. That's all. But personally, I'd give this game 9 out of 10 easily. And I don't play online, but I feel like I got my money's worth on this one. I got 2 friends that I play with sometimes. So single player and playing with friends is fun. Playing against strangers online, you'll get teabagged, you'll get lag. You know, some people will disconnect if you beat them. Sometimes you'll disconnect, so you don't lose points, which you're not supposed to do. But you know, it's yeah, it's horrible. In Street Fighter V, I never made it out of Super Bronze tier. You know, and I could beat the computer on the highest difficulty in that one, and it didn't matter. So there you go. All right. So thanks for tuning in. I'm going to cover a few more games this month, and then I don't know what I'm doing next month. But I've got some other ideas for additional content for YouTube and whatnot. So stay tuned to the YouTube channel and the Twitch channel. And okay. Thanks for watching.